Hey guys, Sean here from Srkcycles. We have a 2003 Kawasaki Vulcan 750. Let's show you what it looks like. Let's take a first spin. A lot of people have been bugging me to ride this bike. I don't know why it's taking me so long to do it. Oh, get a little more choke. Now compared to the newer, this is kind of an older style bike. A little more compact, bars are in, small tank. It's got like the banana type seat, you know what I mean? It's all one piece. This is more like an 80s style bike. But you know what? A lot of people really like it. I'm driving through snow apparently. A lot of people really like this style, and it really is a comfortable bike. It doesn't feel as small and compact as as it looks. I'm 6'2", 180 pounds, and I'm actually pretty comfortable on this bike. I could definitely see myself taking a long trip with something like this. I mean, it's real comfortable. Bars are at a nice spot, pretty much straight across. They're not too narrow. Brakes feel good. This bike has 27,000 miles on it. We all know that's nothing for these bikes. They have another bike. It's the 500. It's pretty much like the same frame. Everything's... I've never seen one actually. Never ridden one, but a guy came in and it's pretty much the same bike. I would imagine it's just different bore and stroke. That's how they got the other 250 cc's. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's different. Comment below if you know, if you think I'm wrong. It happens occasionally. We're gonna jump on the highway. I'm sure this thing's got plenty of power to cruise, keep up with highway speeds. We're just gonna see what that feels like. This would be a great, and there's a lot of guys out there. I'm starting to learn this. There's a lot of guys out there that are kind of on the minimalist side of motorcycles. I talked to some. I got a comment from one guy who the biggest bike anyone rides in their group is a 250 Rebel. I would call a 750 a minimalist bike. And I thought that was pretty interesting that those guys do that. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't need a huge displacement to get you going, to get you down the highway, to have fun. What's that truck doing? I mean, 750 is a 49cc moped will get you down the road doing, 25 miles an hour. How much more is a 750 gonna do you? I might edit this video and jump to me getting on the highway, just to make your life a little bit better. It's finally warming up here in Pennsylvania. It's gonna be 48, 58, whatever it is, it's gonna be warm. All right, we get it, you vape. Guy almost couldn't see out of his car. He had so much vape smoke in there. Jump on the highway. This has all the power, all the gearing you need to roll on the highway. I'm actually really impressed. I mean, this thing, I'm doing 65, it's at 4,500 RPMs. I got tons of gear left. Wow. It doesn't feel strained at all. I mean, this is all you need right here. It's nice and quiet. You can pass somebody if you want to, and I want to. You can pass somebody, take it back down to the speed limit. Speed limit just changed to 55, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I heard they're cracking down. It's a windy day. I don't feel like I'm getting pushed around at all. It's a nice little bike. You could absolutely do a big trip on a bike like this. It's got a little tiny saddlebag. You just pack a little amount of clothing in there. It's comfortable. I mean, this thing cruises at 60, 70, 75, 85, you know what I mean? If you wanted to cruise at those speeds, this thing can absolutely do it. Every once in a while I get a customer, he's like, hey, can I cruise 90? I'm like, where are you cruising 90 at? The Autobahn? And he's somewhere in the States, and I'm like, well, listen, and he's like, will my 250 do it? I'm like, no, it probably won't. But in answer to that question, something like this definitely could. And you're not gonna feel like you're topping it out. No one wants to ride a bike red line top gear for any long amount of time. It's not good for the bike. It just feels horrible. We'll pull first and second gear up on here on the ramp. Did I make it? I made it. Whew, squeaked in there. Alright, I'm in first gear. It really accelerates nice. I mean, before I'm even on the highway, I'm already doing the speed limit. That windshield, you'd be surprised. I mean, nothing right here is it's kind of hitting me. If I was a little bit shorter, it'd be great. It's not hitting the wind's not hitting my face, although because I'm wearing a helmet, it is hitting the top of my helmet. A lot of people like windshields. I'm not a big fan because I don't do that many big trips, and when I've done all the big trips I've done, we're on sport bikes, you don't have any wind protection anyway. But you'd be impressed with how much of a difference that little windshield makes. Especially if you're not wearing a helmet or a full face helmet, and you're blocking a lot of wind from hitting your face. Me, I always wear a full face helmet because that's just the life I chose to live. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap up this video. 2003 a Kawasaki Vulcan 750. I'm actually pretty impressed with the performance of it. When it came in, I thought, just a little tiny dumb looking bike. But I'm pretty impressed with how it runs. And it's actually very comfortable. Real comfortable. Alright guys, we'll see you later. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going.